what thou seest when thou doth awake, do it for thy true love take. When thou wakes, when something's near, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Awake when something vile's near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the woods. Hands be drawn, I forgot our way. Let us rest us here, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. So then, one heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one trough.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes me in love's conference. I mean, my heart unto yours is knit. So then, one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with a single oath. So then, two bosoms enter single trough. But, for by your side, no bedroom need deny for lying so, Hermia. I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Not much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid.
Amen.
So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter, till thy sweet life end.
Amen. To that fair prayer say I. And end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep, give thee all his rest.
With half thy wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest I have gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence. But who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said. Despise the Athenian maid, and hear the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl upon thine eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep his seat on thine eyelid. So awake when I am gone! For I must now to Oberon.
Stay thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and thou do not haunt me thus.
Wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayers, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoever she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, mine are oftener washed than hers. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he loves your Hermia, Lord? What though? And yet Hermia loves you still, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helen I love, who would not trade raven for dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says, you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough, young man, that I can never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye? But you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do. But in a disdainful manner me to woo. But fare ye well, I perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. All that a lady of one man's refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near, for as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing the stomach brings. Whereas high heresies that men do leave are hidden most by those they did deceive. So thou, my serpent, my heresy, be of all hated but most by me. And with all my power, address your love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Ah! Help me, Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. By me, for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent in my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander, what? Removed? Lysander? Lord? What? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Thou knows where he's going. How dare you?
Oh, here.
Are we all met?
Bad. Marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. Screen plot, be on stage. This hardcore room, our touring house. We'll do it in action, as we do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that cannot abide. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How mention that?
Leggum, what a perilous fear.
I feared that we must leave all the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I had a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we'll do no harm with our swords, and tell them that I, Pyramus, am not killed indeed. And for thy better insurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not truly Pyramus, but yet Bottom, the weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we don't have such a prologue. It should be written in 8 and 6.
No. Make it 2 more. Make it 8 and 8.
Would the ladies not be afeard of a lion?
I fear it. I promise you.
Masters, you ought to discourse wonders to yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst ladies is a much more dreadful thing, and there is nothing more fearful and wileful than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Psychic. Well, it shall be so. But there are 2 hard things. That is to bring moonlight into a chamber. Or you know, Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. Look at the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, doth shine that night.
Then you should bring in a casement in at the great chamber window, where we will play, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn. He says he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. But there is another thing. We must have a great wall in the main chamber. You know, Pyramus and Thisbe did talk the chinking wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And let him have some rough plaster, or some rough loam, or some rough cost to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus through the cranny, so that Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
That may be then all is well. But come, say every mother's son, rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. And when you've spoken your speech, enter the break. For everyone, according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here? So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A blade sword! I'll be an auditor. Oh, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, fair Miss Thisbe. Stand forth.
Thisbe, thy flowers of odious savour sweet.
Odors, odors.
Odors, savour sweet. So hot thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Stranger Pyramus that e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Ah, there you must. We must understand. He comes to hear noisy heard, but is return again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose of briar, most brisky juvenile in eek, most lovely Jew, as truest horse, that yet will never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Minnie's too.
9 is 2. Man, why? You must not speak that yet. That, you answer to Pyramus. Pyramus, enter. Your two's past. It's never tired.
Oh, as truest horse, that yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I would only thine. Oh, monstrous. Oh, strange.
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through brush, through brake, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be. Sometimes sometimes a headless bear. Sometimes a fire. And neigh and bark. Grunt and roar and burn. Like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire. At every turn.
Why do they run away? This is knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Blessed thee, Bottom, blessed thou art, as I am.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me, to stir me if they could. But I will not be afraid. I will walk up and down. I will sing. That will show I am not afraid. The Oswald cock so black of hue with orange tawny bill, the thrustle with his note so true, then with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song, cuckoo, gray, whose note full many mandals mark, and dares not answer nay. For indeed, who would set his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give the bird a light, though he cried, cuckoo, never so.
I pray thee, mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force. Perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. If I had enough wit to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood? do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee. Therefore go with me, and I will give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness, so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peace blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Ready?
And I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humblebees, to have my love to bed and to arise. And pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail, hail, hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Good, Master Cobweb. I'll make more acquaintance with you. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, I beseech you, mistress?
Peas blossom.
Peas blossom. Command me to Mistress Squash, your mother, or to Master Peacod, your father. Pray you, I shall make much more of acquaintance with you. But you, I pray you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Good, Master Mustard Seed. I know that same patience well. That same cowardly, giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I pray your kindred had made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire of you much more acquaintance.
Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Shh! Tie up my love's tongue and bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awake, and then what it was that next crossed her eyes, which she must dote on in extremity. Ah! Here comes my messenger now. How now, mad spirit? What night rules this haunted grove?
Oh, don't. My mistress. Well, the monster is in love. So near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals who worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skinned of that sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his seat and entered in a break. When I did him with this advantage take, and ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered. Ugh. And forth my mimic comes. When they him spy, away his fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania wakened, and straightway loved,
This falls out better than I could have devised. But hast thou yet latched on to the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping. That is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand aside. These be the same Athenians.
This the woman, but not this the man.
Wait, what?
Oh, I rebuke you, him that loves you so. Lay breath, so bitter, on your bitter foe.
Now I must by chide use the worst, for thou I fear hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being our shoes in blood, plunged in the deep, and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia?
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright and as clear as yonder Venus glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to the hound.
Out dog, out cur, thou journey past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him? Then, henceforth be never numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
Ah, if I could. What should I get, therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turn, and not a false turn true.
The fate o'errules that. One man holding troth. A million fail. Confounding oath on oath.
Go thou through this grove faster than the wind, and Helena of Athens seek thou find. All pale, sick is she, and bereft of cheer, with tears of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, bring her here, and I'll charm his eyes against she do appear. Ahem!
I go, look how I go. Swifter than an arrow from a Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink the apple of his eye, and when his love he doth espy, may she shine as gloriously as Venus from the sky. And when he wakes, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our ferry band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Oh, stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to wake.
Oh, well then two at once will one. Oh, this must needs be sport alone. And these things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows are so born. In their nativity, all truth appears. Why should these things in me seem scorn to you? Bearing the badge of faith, to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh, devilishly holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er?
I had no judgment to win her, I swore.
Nor none in my mind will you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena.
Oh,
Goddess, nymph, perfect divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine arm? This still is money. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries. Tempting grow that pure congealed white high Taurus snow. Fanned with the eastern wind turns to a crow, which thou holdest up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of his.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you are all bent. This set against me in this merriment. If you were civil and you courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? must join in souls to mock me too. If you were men, and men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To bow and to swear and to super praise my parts, when I am certain you hate me with all your heart. Both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both are rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. You love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And of yours, Helena, to me bequeath, who I do love and will do till my death.
Oh, excellent.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If ever I loved her, that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest wise sojourned, and now to Helena is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it's not so.
Disparage not the faith thou not know, lest to thy peril thy abbey dear. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from his eyes function takes, the year more quick of apprehension makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly this thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, thou would not let him bide. Fair Helena, the morning gilds the night, then all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why thou seekest me then? Could not this make thee know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of the confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid. Have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me in this foul derision? Will you send our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly. It is not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words.
Sad counterfeit looks. Make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Weep each at other. Hold the sweet jest up. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which absence or death soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse, my life, my love, my soul, fair Helena. Oh.
Sweet.
If she cannot entreat, then I shall compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than their weak prayers. Fair Helena, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that, which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say, I love thee more than he can ever do.
If thou sayst so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, where do tends all this?
Away, you Ethiop!
No, no, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow.
Thou,
But yet come not, you are a tame man. Go!
thou cat, thou bird, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What
vixen. Hey, potion hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I'll keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her? Yes. Strike her?
Yes. No.
Kill her dead?
Yes.
No. Although I hate her, I won't harm her so.
Oh.
What greater harm than hate me? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why, then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid! In earnest, shall I say?
I buy it, and never did want to see thee more. So therefore, out of hope, of question, of doubt, be certain nothing is sure, and 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh me! You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, if faith. Have you no modesty? No maiden shame? No touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she had made compare. Between our statures she had erred her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she had prevailed with him? How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach up to
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, do not let her hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. Let her not hurt me. You perhaps may think because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
lower. Hark again.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsel, never wronged you, save that love unto Demetrius. I told him of your flight into the woods. And even so now, let me go to Athens, and he will see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone? Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave behind.
What? With Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, Helena. She shall not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be little, she is fierce.
Oh.
Little? Again. Nothing but low and little. Why would you suffer her to blow me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf. You minimus of hindering not made crass. You bee. You acorn.
Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abby it.
She now not holds me, so follow if thou darest, to try who's right, of thine or mine, in most of Helena.
Follow nay. I will go with thee, cheek by Jove.
You, mistress, all this coils long of you. Nay, go not back.
I no longer trust you. I will no longer follow you. Your hands are quicker for a fray, but my legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and not know what to say.